What is going on with the Tuscaloosa, Alabama real estate market? Hey guys, Phil.Duke Jr. here with First Class Real Estate and with living in Tuscaloosa County. Thanks for checking out my channel. And in today's video, I've got 5 numbers that I want to go through here with you and explain to you what those statistics are for the Tuscaloosa market, and more importantly, what do they mean? What do these numbers mean? Is it good? Is it bad? What's going on? We're here at the end of the summer. We just got through a beautiful Labor Day weekend here in Tuscaloosa. We're going into the fall now. Football season is up and going, and I want to share with you what's going on with the local Tuscaloosa real estate market. Hey, they tell me that helps other people see these videos, and so if you're getting some value out of the content I'm creating, please go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right into it. There are 5 numbers that I think are really important when it comes to analyzing a local real estate market, and I'm going to share each 5 of those with you today, and I'm going to share with you what that means. So number 1 is the sales price to list price ratio. People can ask whatever they want to ask for their house, right? But what determines what a house is actually worth is what a buyer in that market actually paid for that property, okay? So if somebody lists their house for $300,000, but it only sold for $280,000, then it wasn't really worth $300,000, right? Seems pretty common sense, but when I look at the numbers over the last 30 days in Tuscaloosa, the sales price to list price ratio was 100%. What does that mean? That means that the houses that sold in the last 30 days in Tuscaloosa all sold for full price on average. Now, not all of them sold at full price. Some of them sold a little bit under. Some of them sold a little bit above full price. And a lot of them sold right at full price. So what does that mean for the state of the market right now? It means if you see a really good house on the market right now, you're probably not going to be able to go in $20,000 below asking price if it's a new listing, okay? If it just hit the market, it's just now showing up on the websites, it looks like a good one, maybe you saved it in your save search, there's a really good chance that that property is going to sell for full price or slightly above or slightly below, but there's not a ton of wiggle room in the market right now. So just be prepared for that. If you are looking to buy a property in Tuscaloosa and it's a good property and it's a new listing, be prepared to pay full price. Now, I say all that, but I also want you to know there's also a tremendous amount of movement in the market as well. So I'm a real estate investor. I make it a habit to make an offer on 1 property a day at a minimum. And I am surprised as I am writing offers for myself on properties that are out there on the market, particularly properties that have been on the market for more than 30 or 60 days. A lot of times I'm able to get them to negotiate off of the sales price by $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, $50,000. Now, I don't always buy these properties because it still may not be at a good enough ratio for me to buy it as an investor. But what that means for you as a home buyer is that if you're willing to look at some houses that need some work, maybe they need some painting done to them, maybe they need some flooring, maybe they need some updating, there is tremendous amount of movement in the market right now. What we're seeing right now with interest rates is that those ready to go, move-in ready properties that are hitting the market are going right away. And the ones that need a little bit of work, just a little bit of painting, a little bit of flooring, a little bit of curb appeal, a little bit of decluttering, those are the properties that are sitting on the market right now. And so if you're looking for a good deal, there are still good deals out there. You're just not gonna get those great deals on those great listings that are move-in ready that hit the market right away. So just be prepared as you're looking for houses. Just know which way you're gonna go. If you wanna wheel and deal a little bit, let's go look at some houses that have been on the market for a little while. If you're wanting to just get a great house that's move-in ready, just be prepared to pay full price. Number 2, the showings to pending ratio. How many showings is it taking on average for one of those new listings to go pending, okay? And in our market, a house goes pending when they have accepted an offer and they have taken it off the market. They haven't done the inspection yet, they haven't gotten an appraisal yet, but once an offer is accepted and the showings stop, that's when it's considered pending in our area. So over the last 30 days, it's only taken 7 showings on average for a home to go pending. So if a house hits the market today, it might get 3 or 4 showings today. It might get 4 or 5 showings today. So if it's one of those really good listings and it's only taking 7 showings on average before that homeowner says, that's a good offer, I'm taking that one. If you're not one of those first 7 showings in the door, you might lose out on it. So just be prepared for that. It's only taking 7 showings on average before a new listing is going under contract. Number 3 is the supply. So right now we are sitting at 2.3 months worth of supply. What does that mean? That means if no new houses hit the market, and we know there are going to be new houses hit the market, but just this is how we analyze supply. If no new homes hit the market and buyers continue buying homes at the same rate that they're buying them right now, we would be totally out of homes in 2.3 months. Now, it's considered a seller's market if it's below 6 months. If there's more than 6 months of supply, then it's considered a buyer's market. That means there's so many houses out there that buyers can take their pick and they have time to shop around and they have time to wheel and deal and negotiate and see who's willing to budge off the price. We are not in that kind of market. We are in a low inventory market for a couple of reasons. One of the biggest reasons why is because of interest rates right now. So we have people, myself included, I refinanced my house in 2018 when interest rates were 2.25%. I'm not putting a sign in the yard at my house and selling just for the sake of selling. And a lot of other people who are in my shoes are in the same spot. Interest rates right now are between 6 and 7%, give or take, depending on your scenario. This summer, we did not have very many casual sellers putting their house on the market. We normally have people in the summer that say, hey, I'm gonna put my house on the market. If I get this price for it, I'll move. If I don't get this price for it, I'll just stay put. We really are not getting very much of that right now because they know even if they get that price, they're gonna have to turn around and buy another house at probably double the interest rate from what they bought it from or refinanced from a couple of years ago. So people like me who have a really good house and a really low interest rate, I'm not moving unless I absolutely have to. And so we're not getting any of that casual seller kind of market. The listings we see on the market right now, for the most part, are people who truly do need to move. Now, there are some exceptions to that. So if you go out and you write an offer on a property and it's not accepted and you feel like it was a fair offer, they could have had a certain number they needed to get out of debt. They could have had a certain number they needed to do to be able to do something different. But for the most part, the listings that are on the market, the sellers who are trying to sell their house right now are only selling if they've got to move that house. If they've taken a job, if they're about to build a new one, if they can no longer afford it, if it's something that they don't need anymore, we're not really seeing any of that casual seller putting the house on the market and let's just see what happens. So right now we are in a seller's market in Tuscaloosa. All right, number 4 is the average sales price over the last 30 days in the Tuscaloosa market was $257,100. $257,100. So still, compared to a lot of the rest of the country, Tuscaloosa, Alabama's market is still well below the average market price for the rest of the country. So it's still an affordable place, even if you're having to pay top dollar right now. You know, top dollar in a low inventory market where you're gonna have to be the first 7 people in the door, you're still getting a really good house for the amount of money that you would spend based on what you could get in other parts of the country. So Tuscaloosa is still a very affordable place to live. That's why people are continuing to come here. Okay, and the last stat that I have is the days on the market. The average days on the market is slightly up for the last 30 days. The average time on the market for those properties that sold in the last 30 days was 19 days on the market, okay? So there's gonna be a lot of them that sold within the first couple days. There's gonna be a lot that sold after 30 or 60 days, which is bringing that average up to 19 a little bit. So we used to, for the last couple years, we were putting listings on the market, and within 24 or 48 hours, we were getting multiple offers. We are still seeing that on those really good move-in ready listings. We're still seeing that today in a lot of circumstances. But what we're also starting to see is those ones that have priced up and priced up and priced up, and maybe there's a little bit of work that needs to be done. They're not quite move-in ready. Those properties are getting a showing or two within the first couple days, a couple showings in the first week, and 2 or 3 weeks into it now, they are going under contract. So you have a little bit of time, but again, if you're looking for those move-in ready to go listings that need nothing, just be prepared to pay full price. If you're wanting to wheel and deal a little bit, you want to negotiate, there's certainly flexibility in the market. But right now, Tuscaloosa is a stable market. It hasn't gone crazy up, it hasn't gone crazy down. It's just more of the same, a gradual slowdown, a gradual correcting of the market. Nothing to panic over. What we see in Tuscaloosa is that when other parts of the country are seeing highs and lows, Tuscaloosa just keeps on being steady, okay? So it's a safe, relatively safe market to be in, nothing to be concerned about. I'm still buying properties in Tuscaloosa. I'm not just one of those agents that says, hey, it's a great time to buy. I personally am buying properties as well as an investor. So I think it's gonna keep going up and keep going up and keep going up. So if you're looking to buy, the best time to buy is when you can, because prices are gonna keep going up. We don't know what interest rates are gonna do, but if interest rates do go back down, prices are gonna go way up. And so right now, I'm banking on the fact that I think that interest rates are gonna go down at some point. We're going into an election year next year. I'm banking on the fact that the properties I have right now, I'm gonna be able to refinance them next year at a much lower rate, and that prices are gonna go up, and that those properties I have right now are gonna be worth more when interest rates do go back down. So that's where I'm at in the market. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Have a great day. Thanks for checking out my channel.